Like, holy cow. Red peppers, okay. Taste, or are you allergic? Because it's not something I've heard of before.
You find yourself in cold, suffocating darkness. There is a familiar weight in your hand. A lantern. It sputters to life, and the world shifts into focus. A staircase spirals endlessly below you. With nowhere else to go, you start down. On every landing stands a door, each one stranger than the last. Some are clear, made from glass or Audra. Others still are locked with chains and bars, or stand ajar, spilling inky gloom across the steps at your feet.
I understand that feeling, Kara. I gotcha.
You hear the ringing of a small bell far above you. It is joined by another, then another. The ringing rushes down the staircase with all the strength of a river. Your lantern sputters out and you are carried down into the dark. The torrent deposits you in front of an open door carved in the constellations of Aora. Each star indicated by a small golden stud. You step inside.
And now we get to talk to all the other gods who are wondering what happened.
A wave of blistering heat hits you. Then a sea salt wind. Divine voices boom and screech. Their words shake the platform beneath you, shake the very air around you. The gods are fighting.
Lay your blame elsewhere, Wodica. I won't suffer your arguments any longer.
Mogren looms large before you, an accusing finger leveled at the melted visage of Wodica. Wodica screws her mouth into a sneer.
You fool! If only we had attacked him when I first proposed it.
Accusations drip bitter as bile from her tongue.
I'm going to be a little more forceful with them. Aethys could be destroying the wheel right now when you're arguing.
You would dare interrupt me?
Wodica extends a hand, looking for a moment like she intends to swat you from the platform. But the pallid knight gives her a long, impassive look, and at last, she jerks her hand away.
Because from what we understand, you all came from regular people.
The pallid knight looks down at you, a frown etched deep in her otherwise statue-still features.
I am afraid we are not at our best.
I can tell.
The Watcher's returned. Perhaps we should hear what he has to say.
Helia's birds chatter anxiously among themselves. Wal's many eyes alight on each god in turn.
We make little enough progress on our own.
They say, a wry smile contorting their alien features.
I'm going to be clever with them. That's obvious.
Not for lack of trying.
Feathers rise along the crest of
Fair
Helia's head as she stares pointedly at Mogren.
We try, but agreement eludes us.
Andra's storm-dark eyes swivel to meet yours.
So, rational trying, defensive aggro, passive aggressive, annoyed, and stoic.
Is there nothing we can do?
Mogren glances at the pallid knight from the corner of her eye. After a thoughtful pause, she speaks.
The time has come for us to seize the power we have long left untouched and absorb our scattered children.
What?
Andra nods, her lure bobbing bright.
Terrible though it would be, perhaps you are right.
Didn't Mogren mention this before?
I did, and I was scolded like a child for my terrible audacity.
A curl of steam rises from her nose. The pallid knight looks on, impassive.
Should we be killed, we may possess the bodies of our godlike children. Or should we face a force too powerful to stand against, we can absorb their souls, granting us additional strength.
Oh. So basically they're saying about absorbing all of their actual kids. I thought they were speaking like, oh, my children who worship me, thank you. I like in a Religious thing. They're talking about their actual kids. The godlikes are half gods because they're from these people. Oh. You mean Pallegina and Tekehu?
Helia's wayward daughter and Andra's precious son, yes. They would die. Them and thousands of others.
The Pallid Knight speaks with the chilly temperance, possessed only by the god of death.
Oh, I ain't doing this. They ain't gonna... No. Who's good? Yours?
We are your gods, forged of thousands upon thousands of willing souls sacrificed on the altar of progress. Yes, our good is greater. But the time for that plan has long passed us by.
Are we to keep nothing for ourselves? Not a single secret retained? Not a solitary mystery?
Mogren elbows one of Wal's floating eyes away.
Aethys will lay bare our every secret soon enough. What is one or two revealed now? But we get ahead of ourselves. First, the Watcher must get to Ukaizo, and that will be a trial all its own.
What do you mean?
The Guardian of Ukaizo has stood watch over that place for millennia. It will not stand aside, not even for Bareth's herald.
Helia, who had been lost in quiet, anxious conversation with her birds, breaks in.
It yet lives.
Of course. Our progenitors crafted it.
A pair of Helia's finches come to join Wal's floating eye. They hover just out of Mogren's reach and swoop in to poke her when she's not looking.
And the Watcher will be forced to reckon with it if he wishes to confront Aethys.
Oh, great.
The birds at last linger too long, and Mogren slaps them away. They burst into a cloud of essence, then reform, and fly in a screeching chorus back to Helia.
Guardian of Ukaizo,
A
question.
creature crafted by the Ingwithans to protect the machinery of reincarnation. It doesn't care much for visitors.
Will you divulge our every secret to the kith, Mogren?
Mogren shrugs.
If it suits me.
Go prepared, Watcher. The Guardian
Emo.
will not stand aside, not even for the Herald of Bareth.
Won't Aethys take care of it? That's what I'm thinking.
It is
Yeah.
not one of Galawain's mindless beasts. It has a heart and a mind, and it will throw neither away to oppose Aethys. And Aethys will not fight the creature. It would prove little more than a distraction for him, especially as my tsunami and Mogren's volcano couldn't stop him.
Why can't you just get rid of it?
It is its own creature, Watcher. It
Oh.
does not listen to us.
Okay.
There is another
So I can
topic
reason
we
with it.
have yet to address.
The Pallid Knight holds up one gauntleted hand, and the other gods fall silent.
Tell me, Watcher, where do you stand? What do you think of Aethys' scheme to destroy the wheel?
Okay, I'll just read them all out, and then we'll decide. Whew, it's a long time coming. Kith will finally know what a bunch of frauds you all are. I kind of feel that way, but I'm not going to do that. With the gods' guidance, we might survive with Aethys' plans. We can no longer count on the gods for guidance. Kith will have to figure this out on our own. Doesn't feel like an act of a caring god to me. Aethys is going to destroy everything. I still don't understand what all this means. What will happen when Aethys destroys the wheel? Actually, I like that one. 6.
The Pallid Knight spreads wide her hands.
Think of the beyond as a reservoir, the in-between as storm clouds, and souls as rain.
Okay, hold on. Beyond is like the reservoir. Okay, reservoir. Got it. In between is storm clouds. Okay. Up here. Rain in the middle. That's us. Okay.
When a living thing dies, its soul enters the in-between. And when the in-between grows full, it releases souls into the beyond, where they wait to be redistributed to new bodies, new lives. The wheel is the process by which souls are moved from the in-between to the beyond, from the rain cloud to the reservoir, and from the reservoir into the living world.
Okay.
Without the wheel to mediate the transfer and redistribution of souls, the souls of all who die remain in the in-between. And without souls to fill it, the beyond gradually empties, trapping all of the remaining souls in existence in the in-between.
Oh, wow. Also, Kara, darn, you have chocolate with caramel. I'm so sorry for you. Well, dang.
When the beyond is empty and the last creature on Aora dies, that is the end of everything. It is Rimergon's future, the one he wants for us.
How does that affect the gods?
Soul essence sustains us. We feed off it, off the little fragments you mortal kith shed like snakeskin as you pass into your next life. Without sustenance, we starve as any mortal might. We die and leave a great silence behind, an eternal emptiness from which nothing is born.
Well, we could end everything, or we could try and stop him, or maybe talk him out of it? Then why do you waste time arguing then?
How can we not? We are each of us beholden to our natures. It is how we made ourselves, just as you are bound by the choices you've made.
Tell us, Watcher, where do you stand?
Oh gosh. Back to this. I'm really inclined to say nothing, but this is kind of how I feel, but it's aggressive. I'm gonna be stoic. Say nothing.
Let us hope the rest of Kith are not so passive and mindless as you. Aethys does not have your best interests at heart, and you will need your every wit to survive his scheme.
I don't mind if you starve.
Aethys loves the mortals more than any of us. He has always been their greatest champion. He believes Kith will rise to his challenge. I am not so sure, but I look forward to watching them try.
How did Aethys fool you all? You're the most powerful beings in Eora.
He found our blind spot and exploited it admirably. By the time we even had a hint of what it was he intended, it was already too late to stop him.
If we still had our bodies, we could oppose him.
Wodika balls her bony hands into fists and glares long at Andra.
Do not lay your blame on me. We set them aside after I killed Abaddon, it is true, but you did not fight the decision then.
She turns her back on Wodika then, and looks instead to the Pallid Knight.
What if Aethys is right, and Kith succeed in rebuilding the wheel? What then?
Actually, I like this answer. I don't know, but aren't you curious to find out?
Wal grins.
Always, Watcher.
And what if they fail? Then they die. And so do we.
Let them try. Come on.
We have to help them.
Helia's voice rises, near to panic. Wodika drives her fist into her hand.
Help them? We should finally bring them to heel.
Oh, no.
The Pallid Knight raises a hand and stares at Wodika until she falls silent.
Watcher, Aethys yet values your counsel.
The Pallid Knight's eyes bore into yours.
An impassioned plea from the Hound of Aethys may still temper his actions. Confront him at Ukaizo.
I'll try.
The future of Kith and the gods rests on your shoulders, Watcher, so I hope that you do.
The Pallid Knight's stern countenance softens.
Time moves swiftly away from us now.
The Pallid Knight spreads her hands before her.
Go, Watcher. Do what you must.
The edges of your vision begin to dim. Like a sun setting, twilight encroaches on your mind.
What happens if I fail to convince Aethys of anything?
You will not fail.
Thanks for the confidence.
The Pallid Knight conjures a blinding white light in her palm that swiftly grows to engulf the room. Then, the crack of thunder rends the air, and you feel the floor drop out beneath you. You come to flat on your back, staring at an all too familiar ceiling. 'Alone, once again. 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 'Alone,
And we're back. Anything new in here? Cape, a torch.
Easily.
I think we read this. Yeah. Cool. Oh yeah, Shodi, how are you doing?
Ship life sure is an adventure, ain't it? Just think of all the places we can sail to, all the sights we could see. This is nothing like being stuck on a farm, or cloistered in the back of a temple.
Shodi wraps her sickle against her thigh as she studies the boat's layout. Satisfied with whatever she sees, she tilts her head to you with a small smile.
Tell me what's on your mind?
Oh,
Sure
there's
thing, Watcher.
nothing new. Okay. I was gonna say, might be cool. Top of the ship. We have 2 loading zones just to get back to where we're going. Come on. I believe. Awesome. Okay, keep going. Ah, no. I almost got into a storm. No thanks. Am I headed in the right direction? Oh, I am. I think this is where we're going. Free city. Okay. Look at my helmet.
I've been loyal to you a long time, Ferrante, but I cannot abide this. Over here, my friend.
Diverus, is it settled now? I do not like having my hand forced by some rogue god.
Indeed, the vote has been cast. There can be no dispute. The trader Aldis will have.
Your vote of confidence is appreciated, my Consuelo. Rest assured, you have made the right decision.
Oh, snap.
The Black Pox Siege we have? What a fucking farce! Mark my words, Councilman. Your souls will be damned for this scheme.
Captain rubs the handle of her gun, but wisely doesn't draw it.
Do not forget your promise, Ferrante. With Eldis out of the way, you will sail us to Ukaizo, well before the Huana, the Valen Trading Company, or any others can plunder it.
The god will lead us there, and the floating hangman will navigate the storms.
Huh.
Watcher, your timing is impeccable as always.
The highest-ranking member of the Council of Captains tugs the frilled ends of his sleeves before offering you a charmed smile.
We have just concluded a vote of phenomenal importance.
Blast this! You can outvote me, but you can't make me stay and watch.
Mad Marina spits at the foot of her chair before storming away.
One of our Consuelo members, Captain Aldis, has been charged and found guilty of those crimes, punishable by death.
Which one's punishable by death? Oh wait, and those crimes would be?
Defiance. On several past occasions, Aldis has willfully dismissed the mandates of the Consuelo.
He takes them on his counter. On his finger. Not along?
Negligence. Too often, Aldis has outright neglected her responsibilities to the Consuelo. When a meeting is called, the presence of all members is required.
In other words, she didn't come calling when you called? He grins sharkishly, a third finger held in the air.
Excessive cruelty. Aldis and her new bloods often commit extreme violence in pursuit of financial gain. This drives our foes to take harsher measures against us.
I can agree with that, not along.
Sedition, which you witnessed firsthand when Aldis negotiated with our enemies without the consent of the Consuelo. She has single-handedly endeavored to spark a civil war within the Principe on multiple occasions.
What? His eyes narrow, but rather than argue, he continues on.
And, worst of all,
waggles his thumb?
Betrayal. Aldis sacrificed an entire crew of Principe in an ill-fated attempt to lure out the floating hangman so that she might captain it.
Really?
This Consuelo session is now concluded. Watcher, might I have a word with you in confidence? What happened at Magran's teeth changes everything. We must acquire the floating hangman if we've any hope to reach Ukaizo before Eothas destroys everything. Which brings me to my current problem. Somehow, Aldis has uncovered a means to summon the floating hangman, but she is hunkered within her stronghold of Fort Deadlight. Myself and the others of the Consuelo must lay siege to get to her. However, you have a means of entry to the fortress.
I'm gonna go in there and talk to her.
I need what she knows before I can hang her. Obtain it for me, and I will grant you her seat on the Consuelo.
Oh, dude, we could attack him right now? We already decided we're going to take Aldis's side. I'll talk to her.
Sail to Fort Deadlight and seize the answers which Aldis has secreted for her own gain.
Okay. I see. Cruelty in defense against the ship hunters I can understand, but dude, Ferrante, you're all about slavery. I'm not okay with that. Not okay with that in the slightest. Where is Fort Deadlight? There you are. Did I already clear out the... Yeah, this entire bottom corner completely cleared. Or at least explored. I think some of the places were a little hard to fight, so we didn't fight. Like that one. Still like 4 levels above us. Hope everyone is having a very happy Sunday. I'm trying out the new cup. I don't know how well it'll do, but it's a cool little cup to do. I think it's nice. Take me to Aldis.
Are you ready to meet us? Right this way.
Sometimes game I'm so confused. Okay. Save it here.
Understood.
For some reason I feel like I want to get a consumable out. Accuracy, Alchemy Arcana. Do I have one for like persuasiveness or history, insight, metaphysics? Oh. Oil of Allure? Sure, let's do that. You don't need a trap anymore. You can go away. Right click to what? Okay. Eat that. Nice. Just in case.
Ah, Captain. Beholding you never ceases to be a wonder. I only wish we met under more pleasurable circumstances.
Well, she rubs her thumb over her bottom lip, blue and black eyes hooded with desire for bloodshed, for other things.
You wanted to speak with me? Well, consider me a captive audience.
Well, I came to tip you off. Ferrante's convinced the council to have you hang.
How fucking dare he!
She flips the soylent about around her neck.
Though I should hardly be surprised after all you've told me.
There's only one way to take the floating hangman. And that's through the death of a captain.
Oh, snap.
Him or me.
You know something about the floating hangman you're not telling me.
I haven't the faintest idea as to what you could mean, Lovesome. You're not buying it, eh?
Nope.
Guess it was only a matter of time. I knew the spies I strung up by their guts couldn't have been the only ones. They were just the poor squabs who got caught.
Can't you and Ferrante come to an agreement?
Only a fool would trust a deal with Ferrante. How do you think he got to be the head of the Council of Captains? By making his sailors love him?
No.
By playing fair?
No.
No. It was by beating his enemies in the most gut-churning of ways. That's how you keep new ones from wanting to try you. Ferrante covets the floating hangman in order to enforce his control of the Principe, not to protect us from our outside enemies. Nor to beat your rampaging god to Ukaizo. But I'm 2 leagues ahead of Ferrante. I know how to summon and command the floating hangman. Of course, I destroyed the information as soon as I uncovered Ferrante's spies. You'll never learn it without me.
Oh, man, I don't want to say 4. That'd be rude. I thought we had an understanding.
You're right. I do want to trust you.
She looks up and down, appraisingly, considering, and a major positive to this Principe. Okay, there is 2 Principes. Got it.
But if we're to help each other, there is one thing I want from you in return for the floating hangman. That cockrot Ferrante needs to go. Hang him, gut him, I don't care. But get rid of him.
Is there a non-violent option?
I don't see how. Unless Ferrante could be shown to be a traitor to the Principe.
That actually sounds like fun.
I'll sail to Dunwich and take command of the Principe as soon as Ferrante is gone.
Okay. Remove him from power. How? Oh, that's gonna be fun. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm for that. Let's do it that. How are we gonna do it? It's a dethrone, basically a mob boss is what he is. What we gonna do? Maybe we'll talk to the other captains in Dunwich. They have to know something. Maybe they don't like him either. I mean, actually, there were several. There was 1 or 2 of them. Oh, drug crash? That's a thing? Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. Let's get out of here. Let's go to port. And we'll look at our journal, see what it's kind of guiding us to do. Because I don't want to have to go in there and just kill him. That'd be funny, more fun to beat him at his own game, basically. And if it fails, we just kill him. I think that'll be our goal for today. Let's take a look. Elders prepared to work with me to control the floating hangman. First, Ferrante must be disposed of. The captain continues to lead the Principe from his fort of Ballabeffer Beacon in Dunwich. Okay. So let's go there. What sucks is we are really bad at lying. So that's not... Oh. If I get to you, Captain, I'm going to... Captain Crookspear, I am so going to destroy you. It's stuttering because it's trying to follow the path he's going. We're not going to get it. Yeah, see, now it's smooth. This is a back and forth kind of conversation, so save it. Let's see. We'll try all these different places and see who we can talk to. I don't want to just straight up murderize him. But you, what do you?
Fresh fruit, veg. What can I stock
That's
you
great. What do you have, just in case? Really just food? That's it? Nothing? Okay, yeah, I don't need anything for you.
Andra's gills. There's no hope.
Are you a side
That
quest?
was a disaster of epic proportions if ever I directed one.
Ugh. Arms flailing wildly before her, the stage performer shoos the other actors from the set.
A typhoon couldn't have cleared out our audience faster.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? I'll tell you what, everything. My troop's coming apart at the seams. We're short on cash, we're low on people, and we've run plumb dry on enthusiasm. We haven't drawn a decent crowd in more than a fortnight. And it ain't like pirates are hard to please. That's how you know the show really stinks. But I think I know what the problem is. We've got a lack of flair. If only I could hire more talented performers, I just know my play would take off.
What do you need to improve your play?
A better Aethys, for one. I'm the tallest one in our troop. I'm still not very convincing, even when I bother to dye my skin blue. Also, our special stage effects aren't all that special anymore. We had someone for that role, but she got herself into debt and has a new job at the King's Coffin.
What's your play about?
Only the biggest thing to hit the Deadfire since the Vailian Trading Company started hunting us like sea hounds. I'm talking about Aethys storming through the archipelago and capsizing nearly a whole fleet of our ships.
Why not? I'll help.
Really? Well, that's great. Then we could...
Abruptly, her eyes narrow, her dark brows furrowing with heavy suspicion.
Wait a tick. Why would you help me? What do you get out of this?
I don't see anyone else helping you, do you?
Right. Beggars can't be choosers, I suppose.
She strokes one of her bushy eyebrows thoughtfully.
I'm in desperate need of 2 more performers. A wizard for one, plus any oaf big enough to pose as Aethys. I happen to know a wizard of the finest skill set who already performs here in Dunwich, Taerna, at the King's Coffin. But unfortunately, I got no idea of where we might find a suitable Aethys. Get me the right people for the parts, and I promise you'll be pleased with your investment. I'll turn us a profit or die trying.
I think our water shaper dude would be perfect for Aethys. Okay.
Did you
That's
hear?
not what we came here,
The
though.
gilded kestrel was lost at sea.
From Goldfinch
So
Fleet?
you're the captain the old
Impossible
pork's
with
been
her
talking
wealth.
about. Aye, you do look like a fearsome sort. Welcome to Dunwich. What are you having? I'll pour you a double.
What do you know about the floating hangman? Her eyes go wide and she fumbles a bottle of spirit, spilling rum all over the counter.
No one survives the floating hangman. Or so they say.
Okay.
It's the ship of the dead. You spy it on the horizon, you flee as fast as you can.
Okay, well, show me what you got. Ale? I'll take the ales. And the lagers. The grog, too. What is this? 25% crit damage. Ooh, +1 armor rating. Some of these are really good. Oh, hey! That'd actually be amazing. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Thank you for your money.
Looking for work.
I've
got a coin and a few flowers to sell.
Looks cleaner than I
bones.
expected.
So many things that happened. We got a new cat. Reduces recovery penalty for armor. Yeah, we're fine. Is there really a hat just sitting there? That's cool. That's a bounty hunter. I don't want to get in touch with another bounty hunter. We're good. I think that's it. Let's go to King's Coffin. Ask around, see if we can talk to that mage. I am pretty sure Kohahu, or Kohahu, whatever his name was. The water shaper that we ended up not using. Wait, you could be a...
Life's been good. I keep on my feet and never stay in one place too long.
Cool. You're a pirate with no name. You!
If you're enjoying my performance, tips are welcome but not required. Thank you, loyal patron.
Voice monotone. The wizard examines her nails as she speaks. Mama Argy! Argy. I keep forgetting which one it is. Digging the lights? Thanks! It's festive. Only tonight. And then we get closer to Christmas, it'll be there again. Hope you're having a very happy Sunday. A hand on her hip, she cocks her head as she waits for you to speak. Doesn't look like you're enjoying yourself.
I work for a handful of pyres per day. How could I find enjoyment in that?
How did you end up among the pirates?
I was playing dice and gambled on a sure thing. It turned out not to be such a sure thing, and now Harker owns my arse until I can pay off the debt. Of course, I started off owing him 250, and even though I've paid that twice, now I'm in the hole for 700. The interest rate, this uniform, my food and drinks, They'll get added onto my tab at the end of the day.
Oh, nice, RG. And I saw the picture. I was wondering if that was a Renifer. That's so cool. And that's alright if you're out. That's cool. Calandra needs you for a play.
I'd be happy to go back working for her, except I owe Harker over there a good deal of money. Stupid dice went cold at the wrong time. Until I pay him what I owe, 700 pyres, I'm not going anywhere.
You know what? Just pay it. Go pay off your debt.
Don't give it to me, give it to Harker. Knowing him, he'll tack on a few extra expenses just to spite me.
That's a very good point.
I can't fathom why you're doing this, but I thank you all the same.
Okay, let's go talk to... what's his face? Harker. Stop moving.
What
Exhausting
can I
and
do
great.
for you?
Nice. Texas Renifer. I want to pay off Tirana's debt.
Got to you, did she? The woman can spot a soft-hearted mark from 50 paces. Like a sixth sense or something. Remarkable.
He nods to you conspiratorially, as if he didn't just imply you were a sucker, easily parted from your money.
Here's the thing, though. It's more profitable for me to keep her under my thumb, so, sweet as your offer is, you can keep the money. Unless there's something else you need, I think we're done here.
He turns away and begins fiddling with something beneath the bar. As he does, you spy red-handled pistols stuffed into the band of his breeches. Well, since I have great diplomacy, if folks hear you keeping a debtor as a slave, they might not be so keen to gamble here, savvy?
That's a shrewd observation. Maybe you're not so easy a mark after all.
I am not. He rubs at his stubble along his jaw, lost in thought, then he shrugs and flashes you a too bright grin.
Tierna's free to go.
Darn tootin'. Dude, he was gonna double how much we would have had to pay.
Endless thanks for taking care of my debt. See you at the play.
Okay, cool. You're good to go. Now we're looking for an Aethus person. Who are you? You find a lanky blonde elf flipping through a book of Adrian poetry by the artist Silba. His armor is well worn and well kept, and bears on its breast the image of a double-headed eagle holding a sword and a crown. Looking more closely, you notice that his free hand, he's picking a padlock.
Hello. May I help you?
He catches you looking and gives you a shy smile.
Need anything?
Tell me.
I'm not sure what there is to tell. I'm a man of adventure, mostly.
Have you had any of what would make a good story?
A few. More than I could share in a night, to be sure. There is one that's close to my heart. It led me to my love.
Just listen.
I was on an expedition into the backwoods of Riad Seras when I came across an abandoned town. To my great surprise, I found a tremendous hoard of books in the town priest's cottage. And what a selection of books it was. Every subject represented. Even some questionable ones. I couldn't help but help myself to them. I took as many as I could carry, and I can carry quite a bit. Read them all cover to cover and learned a lot too. I tired soon of wandering, so I settled in a small town in the Deerwood and became a tutor for a noble family. Fell in love with the governess, naturally, and I stayed. I felt a stirring in my bones one day. I can't explain it. I just woke up, caught sight of the horizon, and had to go. I left my lady wife right there in our marital bed.
He sighs deeply. A look of longing flits across his face, but he stiffs it with a quick frown. He's lying.
I don't know what's waiting for me out here in the Deadfire. But I have hope this will be my biggest adventure yet.
Okay, well that's it.
Fair winds.
Really, RG? Well, it all has to do if you like the gameplay. So if you're not into the top-down, it totally makes sense. I understand, like completely. It's not a lot of people's game. I like the RPG things they put in here. It's awesome. Like randomly, it'll come up and as a book, and you just read things that are happening and make a decision, or you try and go down the left and right hallway. Oh, it's blocked by this. Do you have this? It's so cool. Oh, thank you, RG. Appreciate that. Glad you're enjoying. So that's the tower. So we're trying right now. We're trying to sabotage this guy out of power, basically.
Leave it to the new bloods to betray each other.
Okay, and I think the best way to do that is to find the captains who were upset with him. So we're gonna go try and find them. Be the best thing to do we can think of. And it doesn't look like they're up here. We can't really steal that. Cool. Well, that's a high plank. Oh, this is literally a tower. Okay, there's not. Is there a hidden thing? Oh gosh. Ugh. I guess that's where they hang people. Maybe that's where he'll end up being hanged or something. I don't know. We need to find those other captains. Marauder. Are they down here? I know they left, but I'm hoping we can like find them somewhere. Do we need to find them on the world map, maybe? Oh. Hi. Yeah, I'm gonna steal that. Don't need that.
You see a lock, I see a personal invitation.
If you guys aren't gonna guard it, I'm just gonna take it. Letter from Director Castell. Quest item. This rolled-up letter was bound tightly by several ribbons and covered in more seals and stamps than seems necessary. Worse yet, the words are written in a dense and looping hand, making them hard to decipher. Ferrante, I have no interest in the details of your agreement with the Mastre Qua, if indeed that is the creature's name, nor will I insult either of us by feigning interest in your accounts. Do with the cargo as you please. You have demonstrated a head for business, but if I must caution you even now against wastefulness, you are beyond my aid. We are now in a position where we must trust one another. I trust that you understand our bargain will endure only so long as it is the benefit of the company which I represent. Just as I trust you understand that the moment this ceases to be the case, I will not trouble either of us in seeking your excuses and apologies. I will forget your name, Maestre, and the company privateers will show you and your crew no more mercy than any other disreputable outlaw. With that understanding between us, let us proceed now as friends. I have enclosed a writ for your safe passage, should you require it, and express renewed hope that you may one day seek to rejoin us in a more civilized setting. Oh my lord. Castell was one of those upright types of people of the Valiant Trading Company. Taking it. In fact, I'm taking all this. It's all mine now. You be screwed, sir. You be screwed. No, I thought there'd be like another... Is that all there is here? Dang it. Okay. I was really hoping more would be there, but this kind of makes the one dude... We're gonna check the tavern one more time. Maybe there's upstairs and it's where they stay? I don't know. I don't want to have to find all the captains all around.
Adair, I get the feeling you don't like me much. Was it something I said? I think it was something I said.
It wasn't, but we have a cat. Plus one resolve, not good enough.
No, it's not. You're not doing anything wrong. Exactly.
Really? I mean, you'd tell me if you had a problem, right? If I'd bothered you this whole time?
It's nothing personal. I just don't think we need to be talking is all.
Oh, well, thanks for clearing that up.
Well, you sure didn't, but you know. Okay, I'm not seeing a captain. So, back to the King's Coffin. Or check the rooms upstairs. Now, he's a named person, but I can't really talk to him. The demon?
Touch the courtesans without their permission, and I'll break your legs. Got it?
Got it. Hunched on his hands and knees, quivering and drenched in sweat, the pirate lets out a pain-filled groan.
Lost my God's damn soul and stupidity. Andre, save me now.
What's wrong with you?
My ship was attacked and boarded by pirate hunters. Didn't know if we'd be able to get away, so I swallowed down my most valuable possession. Gutty's black tear. A gemstone, about the size of my fist.
Oh.
Of course now it ain't coming out of either end. Been trying all manner of foul concoctions to no effect on account of my stomach being too strong. Years of sailing the storm-wracked seas will do that to you. I started feeling an intense pain 2 days ago. I think I might be dying. I can't even crawl no more.
If I help you get it out, I want the gem.
You can take it. What I used to think was a blessed treasure has become my curse. Any price is worth getting it out of me. Rosanella's got a stand in the Radiant Court. She's been supplying me with some, experimental concoctions, tweaking them after. Tell her the last one actually came close to working.
Okay. I think we're gonna help that dude pass his kidney stone. You know, just to make sure you don't die. So there's an actual person? Who are you? You need some clothes.
My